Hello, good morning. My name is Manuel Quiñones and my partner, Danis Quevedo. Today we are going to introduce you to the pilot Ricardo Palacios,
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Captain Ricardo Palacios.
who will tell us about his experience throughout his career.
Uh, the questions. What inspired you to choose this profession?
Well, what inspired me to choose this profession in the first place was a lifelong dream of being an astronaut. I figured out to accomplish that dream, of to come close to it, was to become a pilot. I also, ever since I was a kid, have been fascinated by the turbines, the planes in general, everything that defies the laws of physics. So I think that's the main reason that I choose this. So
Okay. What has been your biggest challenge to get to the point in your career?
I think the biggest challenge any pilot can make is the sacrifice that it takes to become a pilot. You have to postpone many things. You have to be able to live language you speak, the people you know, and just go in a free fall to a whole different world. And I think that's the biggest challenge. That, and also the amount of preparation that it comes for with being a pilot. You have to be constantly studying. There's always something new to study, a new procedure, everything. I think that's the biggest challenge that you can face when you're a pilot.
Oh, what's the best advice you've ever been given?
The best advice I've ever keep preparing myself and keep studying. You're going to have a lot of everything, but you're never going to have a lot of knowledge. A lot of knowledge is not enough for life. You always can know more. You always can do more. So keep doing, keep studying, keep doing more, and keep preparing yourself.
Who is your aviation hero?
Well, I wouldn't say there's a particular hero for me in aviation. I would say that anyone who was a pioneer for the industry, it's in a certain level a hero, because all the people that made the aviation that we have today possible did it on jumping on something they didn't know, jumping on the unknown. And I think those are the real heroes, the people that gave in most of the cases, their lives to for us to have this aviation that we have right now.
Have you had a charter flight? How was your experience?
Well, most of the flying that we do in the place that I work is charter flights. I fly right now a private plane, and we have to fly with businessmen, people in the music industry, and well, I think it's a good experience. It's a whole nother. The rules are different. Everything for us is different. So it's cool. I like it. I like it a lot.
Tell us about the best experience you had on a flight.
I think that the best experience for me are sunsets and sunrises. I think they're magical. Whenever you're flying a plane and you get to see the sun coming up or going down, a real magic. You get to see the night coming upon you from very far away, very up in the sky. I think that's magical.
How was your job when the COVID-19 pandemic began? Didn't affect you?
The COVID affected me directly. I was on a process with an airline, and I got rejected because of COVID. They paused it, and I was able to land on a job immediately a year after, but it did slow down my career for. I know there's people that was fired from their jobs. That many airlines ended up going bankrupt. But yeah, that was my personal experience. I was backed up almost a year because of the COVID pandemic.
What has been the biggest change in aviation during your career as a pilot?
The biggest change that I've been able to see on the aviation is that every day aviation keeps getting safer for pilots, for passengers. All days the aviation is improving, and most particularly safety matters. It's always going to be safer, and all the procedures change. Everything's changed. You got to be more prepared, and each day it's more competitive and more safe.
What is the importance of English and languages in general in this profession?
Well, I would say that the most important part of aviation is being able to communicate, and thus English is very important in a cockpit, because if you cannot communicate with your partner, even though if you know the procedures or know everything, you carry on with a safe flight. I think English is the most important thing in aviation, more than the flying. In this particular case, because you can communicate with people, you can make things clear, and you can understand each other. So I think it's very important. I think it's problems of a safe flight.
Okay. What expectation would you have for the future in aviation?
What I expect is to keep flying for many more years. I would like to become a captain soon, like a commander of an aircraft. I would love to fly outside of Colombia, maybe in the Middle East or Europe. And I just hope to keep getting better, keep getting more experience, keep flying many more planes, and to be happy flying planes.
We have reached the end of this interview, and we thank the pilot for his time, for having shared his experiences and anecdotes with us.
It was a pleasure meeting you, and we hope to meet again in this wonderful career.
It was a pleasure meeting you girls. I hope we can see each other flying anytime soon, and whatever you might need, you can call me out. See you, girl.
This is all from you. I hope you like the content. Help us with a like and comment. Thank you all.
And remember, instead of praying so much, let's fly a light here.
Bye.
Bye.